More money is coming to fire victims with a pledge that gets money into the hands of those who need it most.
The greatest sense of empowerment is being able to have some control when everything seems so out of control, and we're calling it the People's Fund of...
Keanu Reeves and Katt Williams reveal shocking claims about Oprah Winfrey. Keanu Reeves and Katt Williams, two well-known entertainers, have recently gained attention for making surprising claims about Oprah Winfrey. Oprah, a powerful media figure with a massive following, has shaped entertainment and charity work for many years. If these claims are true, they could seriously harm her reputation and change how people view her contributions. Keanu Reeves, famous for roles in The Matrix and John Wick, isn't just known for his acting. Fans admire him for being humble, kind, and generous. Despite his fame, he leads a quiet, simple life, which only makes people love him more. Katt Williams, a comedian and actor, is recognized for his fearless humor and bold opinions. He openly discusses tough topics, challenging social norms and sparking both praise and controversy. His direct and engaging style keeps people hooked, encouraging viewers to stay until the very end. Encouragement for viewers. What do you think of these claims? Share your thoughts below. Stay tuned for more updates. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
I want to ask you some very random questions, if you don't mind, because I think you're an interesting guy. I'm interested in you, and I feel like you're. Have you ever met another Keanu?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I have a cousin.
Oh, there's a.
I'm Hawaiian. Everyone's got a cousin. And there's a cousin Keanu, and I met.
And nobody said, we got a Keanu already. Maybe we should just stick with the one.
Yeah, but I didn't meet that guy until I was probably 8 or 9.
Oh.
So I had never heard that name for another human. Until that moment, and I was just like, wow, hey, Keanu. And I've never met a Keanu before.
Do you have a nickname, or have you ever had a nickname?
I have, yeah.
Can you share that nickname?
People call me different things sometimes. One that's fun is my middle name is Charles.
Okay.
So I have this one friend who always calls me Charlie.
Charlie?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Have you ever seen a ghost?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah, when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
In Hawaii?
No, it was in New York.
Really?
It was cool.
What happened?
Okay, quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm like a little kid. I'm probably like 6, 7 years old. In a new apartment, and we just come from, where did we come from? We had come from probably Australia. Anyway, so Renata, nanny, in the bedroom. She's sitting, my sister's asleep, she's sitting over there. I'm like hanging out, there's a doorway. All of a sudden, we're looking over there, and this like jacket comes waving through the doorway. Like just an empty, there's no head, there's no body, there's no legs, it's just there, and then it disappears. And I was a little kid, and I thought, okay, well, that's interesting. And then I looked over at the nanny, and she's like this. And I'm like, oh, wow, so that was real. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Cool.
I didn't.
But is that a ghost, or is that just some weird floating jacket?
That's a reason to move
thing?
to me. I don't know what it is, but do you still have your tonsils?
Yes.
Okay. Both of them?
Sure.
What movie, of all the movies you made, was the least fun to make?
Oh, come on, Jimmy, I can't talk.
What was the most fun to make?
I've had the opportunity to work on, a few projects that have changed my life as an artist and as a person. And today I'm going to choose the Matrix trilogy.
Oh, the Matrix.
The claims by Keanu Reeves and Katt Williams suggest that Oprah Winfrey, despite her image of kindness and empowerment, may have a hidden, darker side. They allege that Oprah's actions go beyond what the public sees, hinting at manipulative and possibly harmful practices behind the scenes.
Oprah Winfrey has enjoyed a long and storied career in the media spotlight, most recently probably best known for performatively gaping at Harry and Meghan's bogus claims of racism in one of the most poorly researched and challenged interviews in television history.
There's a conversation with you,
with Harry,
about how dark your baby is going to be?
Well, there's now a conversation, an awkward conversation between Oprah Winfrey and her own fans after she's been telling them giant whoppers about her weight. Oprah's long since railed against the use of medication for weight loss. She's a poster girl of the body positivity movement, which basically argues you can celebrate being as fat as you like, while simultaneously making a cottage industry of her own yo-yoing weight. Well, recently she's been spotted looking decidedly svelte on the red carpets, and she couldn't wait to tell her many followers that she'd done it all the hard way, and they could too.
I've got to do it the hard way. I've got to keep climbing the mountains. I got to keep suffering. I got to do that because otherwise I somehow cheated myself. Even when I first started hearing about the weight loss drugs, at the same time I was going through knee surgery, and I felt I've got to do this on my own. I've got to do this on my own because if I take the drug, that's the easy way out.
Yeah, unfortunately, that was the easy way out because it wasn't true. It was all very inspiring, that rhetoric, but that wasn't what was going on. In a new confessional interview with People magazine this week, Oprah revealed she's been using the very weight loss drug she said she'd never use, most likely Ozempic. I've released my own shame about it, she says. I now use it as I feel I need it. The fact there's a medically approved prescription for managing weight and staying healthier in my lifetime feels like relief, like redemption, like a gift. Not something to hide behind and once again be ridiculed for. I'm absolutely done with the shaming from other people, and particularly myself. Oprah revealed she took the medication in the build up to Thanksgiving because, in her words, she knew she was going to have two solid weeks of eating. So having lectured her fans as the global face of Weight Watchers about the importance of hard work and not cheating, not taking these drugs, she was actually secretly already taking them. And these, of course, are diabetes drugs. And the express purpose of this is so that she could presumably get through Thanksgiving fortnight and not worry about it. Well, this is important because Oprah Winfrey commands legions of followers who do as she tells them to do and buy what she tells them to buy and act as she tells them to act. She's given the green light for millions of people to stop exercising now and to stuff their faces and take the pills. And let's not forget that Oprah is also a worldwide pioneer for the concept of my truth.
Speaking your truth is the most powerful tool we all have.
It is. And once again, we're reminded exactly what my truth is. It's that phrase that celebrities use when they want to lie through their back teeth and not tell the actual truth, because they think it's okay just to be feeling something, even if it's the opposite to what they're actually doing. The truth is that Oprah Winfrey deliberately peddled a lie to her fans, and today they're all reacting in exactly the same way as me.
What?
Keanu Reeves' involvement in these allegations is especially surprising, given his usually quiet and private nature. Reeves claims that Oprah's influence in Hollywood and beyond is extensive, often involving controlling people and narratives to benefit her personal and professional goals. He suggests that Oprah has used her platform to shape public opinion and silence anyone who might challenge her.
All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is, TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
I need to have another one of these.
Amen, amen.
Shit. I kind of get one here.
All right.
After that, I don't really kind of know where to go. Let me one more time.
Right.
We good now?
Because the people want to know, well, why would he get blackballed?
Yeah,
oh, because,
I was gonna ask you that.
Because in 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing,
you will tell it.
No, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that, I value that, I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it. They all know it. Why? Because you don't make me the villain. Not the guy that raises black children and ain't never done a hard drug in his life and don't have no stories of doing nobody dirty. And they'll just go out and they'll lie. The industry doesn't mess with Katt because he didn't show up for the studio. No studios have ever said that. Look at my IMDb. It will show you that no studio has ever lost money with me on the script. How? That's why I'm saying, that's why I can't let Ricky Smiley say he was supposed to play Money Mike, because I wrote the words for Money Mike. I designed the hair for Money Mike. I collaborated with the wardrobe department and made outfits to make sure that no one in America would be wearing what Money Mike was wearing. I told them to go get the Prowler. I then told them to paint it purple. I told them don't have an actor at playing a pimp. We could get an actual pimp, Archbishop Magic Don Juan, to play. Like, I did far too much work for somebody to come years later and try to tag along just for their own self-aggrandizement.
Why didn't Cube set the record straight? Terry Crews could have set the record straight. Mike Epps could have set the record straight. Why none of them set the record straight?
That's what you were supposed to ask him when he told you those lies that
But I
no
didn't
one's
know it
ever
was a
heard.
lie.
Right, but he's telling you something no one's ever heard of. Nobody has ever heard, oh, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon was in a movie and somebody said, y'all should switch roles. Like, this is a business.
But that's the thing, Katt. Normally when people are giving you information, I'm thinking I'm hearing it for the first time and they're giving information no one else knows or has ever heard. So I'm taking them at face value.
These are like, this is like Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless. That's my story. That's not his story. Steve Harvey wasn't never homeless. When Mark Curry was touring with him 25 years ago, he was making $3,000 a show in cash and doing 5 shows a week. They just tell the stories. Thanks to my wife, I'm where I am. You said that about the first wife. You forget that? You told us it was her, then you went and married somebody else that think like a man. Like, what are you talking about? They think they can rewrite his.
Katt Williams' accusations are more direct and controversial. He claims that Oprah uses her influence to gain money and political power, often hurting the same communities she says she supports. Williams argues that her charity work is just a cover to hide her real intentions and keep her position of power intact.
Guy Torrey did a beautiful special about the Comedy Store and Fat Tuesday, where he said that Steve and Cedric and Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish came through there and made... All lies. Steve and Cedric never performed at the Comedy Store at all. Tiffany was only seen at the Laugh Factory. In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to LA and in his first year in LA, he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words. He just did his documentary with Chris Rock where he shows you that his whole upbringing in comedy was on the East Coast.
Yeah, it was.
So how simultaneously was he here in Los Angeles doing the same thing? It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And I hate to seem like a petty individual for picking apart lies, but Jussie Smollett gonna keep lying until you say we don't believe you. Like, it's important in the checks and balances of the universe that liars not get to make complete narratives for themselves.
Are you not afraid about being blackballed again? These are some power people.
What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. That's why, you know what the #1 job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job. Why do you think Gary Owen can't cross over and he already white and been in comedy for 25 years? If what I say ain't the case. It's a cabal, it's a consortium. They rock with who they rock with and they don't with who they don't. But I'm not scared of being the competition any more than you were when you lined up across from a superior team. Yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
Right.
They have all the assets and resources and we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't.
Wow.
Because Shannon Sharp gotta be a different person than that other person.
Absolutely.
And he always was. That doesn't change when I change teams. That remains the same. That's how a legacy is built.
So
all of these shortcut takers, they canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my penis in front of all my people at my agency. What am I supposed to do? He did all of that. I'm thinking I'm the only black person on the script. I get there, there's 3 other black guys on there. Woo. Huh.
So you wonder what they did to get there.
I told him no. What y'all do? And this is why when I walk in a room, heads go down. Behind my back, I'm nothing. I'm just a regular old comedian that's bitter and jealous. But in my face, no, no, no. The king has walked in and they have to respect it only because I've not taken the shortcuts. I've not been funded. They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about. They tell you that themselves.
Both Reeves and Williams have highlighted specific incidents to support their claims about Oprah's alleged manipulative tactics. Williams shared examples where he believes Oprah used her media empire to discredit or undermine people who challenged her narrative. Similarly, Reeves suggested that Oprah's influence in Hollywood allows her to control the careers of actors and filmmakers, often guiding projects to fit her personal or political goals.
I can't do that because Steve told you that he stopped doing stand-up because he had 7 TV shows. The only problem is when he stopped stand-up, he didn't have those 7 TV shows. He stopped stand-up because he got in a comedy battle called the Championship of Stand-Up Comedy with one Katt Williams in Detroit in front of 10,000 people and lost because Katt Williams said he was actually bald and that was a wig. And I went in and that's why he couldn't do stand-up anymore. Imagine him coming to tell you another story where he got so big and it was Bernie and them's fault because they wanted to be movie stars. What? You called Ocean 11 to get that nigga's part. What do you mean you didn't want to be a movie star? So on the behalf of Bernie, I would have to say what I have to say.
Have you ever been on tour with any of these guys?
Every guy I mentioned to you is not funny out there in real life. So no. Faison's never done his own tour in 30 years. Steve Harvey don't do stand-up no more. Cedric doesn't write. I'm sorry, he doesn't write. Ricky Smiley has been playing the same old black woman forever. Like, you can't get a young fan base with that. Like, you gotta be doing karaoke around the country to make that work.
Right.
And he is. But I'm a stand-up comedian. This is my 19th 100-city tour. I'm not gonna have a conversation with these lazy bums that'll take a shortcut at any point. Yes, it's easier for you to juice than to get in the gym, but you don't get to bring that body in here talking crazy.
Talk about how good you look.
What? No, there's too many comics out there that are putting their life on the line to tell these jokes, man.
Okay, let's get to your upbringing. We're gonna circle back and we'll get some,
I want to protect him real quick, because you had said for the Kings of Comedy, it was in 2018, 2019, but did you mean 1999? Because it came out in 2000, so I just want to make sure.
No. So what I meant to say was, remember, he said I couldn't do stand-up anymore. I had 7 TV shows. I said he didn't have any of those TV shows at the time.
I know you talking about Cedric.
Joke stealing from Cedric.
Cedric.
Okay,
so you had said that 2018, 2019, but it came out in 2000, so I just want to make sure.
Okay, no. What comes out in 2000?
The original Kings of Comedy.
Right. I'm on BET's Comic View, and they're using this as the commercial in 1998. Okay. That's why I'm saying, yeah. So if I said the dates wrong, let's
go back and clear that up.
Okay.
You said, I had Cedric on here, and I asked him about the joke stealing, and he said the timeline doesn't add up.
Correct.
To that point, you say.
Right, so he thought that I was just a no-name comedian and that he could take this joke and nobody would know.
Right.
The issue was that I had already done this particular joke on BET's Comic View twice.
Right.
It had done so well on BET's Comic View that they had made it part of the commercial. So part of the commercial of make sure you tune in to BET was you seeing me doing this joke.
Right.
And this joke is one of those jokes in comedy where you set it up and it takes a little longer to set it up, takes about 3 minutes, but then you're just hitting them with jokes after that because you don't have to set it up.
Right.
Mark Curry had already helped me work on this joke because I thought it was good because I was getting a standing ovation.
The reaction to these allegations has been mixed. Oprah has long been a respected figure, and many people find it difficult to connect these claims with her public persona. Her fans and supporters mostly dismiss the accusations as unfounded attempts to damage her legacy. However, there is also a substantial group of people who believe there may be some truth to these claims, especially considering the reputation and credibility of Reeves and Williams.
On it. He had me go back in the lab and help me craft it to be an even more powerful joke. So this is not just a random joke. This is my very best joke, and it's my last joke, and it's my closing joke.
Okay.
1998, I'm doing this joke. It's on Comic View. Cedric comes to the Comedy Store. He watches me in the audience. He comes backstage. He tells me what a great job I did and how much he loves the joke. 2 years later, he's doing that as his last joke on the Kings of Comedy. And he's doing it verbatim. He's just changed my car into a spaceship. Him and Steve had already apologized for me, so I gave him a pass for a decade. Why would you sit here and be like, I saw Katt 30 times, and Katt didn't do, as I stand before you, Shannon, I would have bust Cedric's stomach. There was nothing that would have kept me from one of these in that patch right there. Like, are you kidding me? Why would you downplay me like that? Why did I give you a pass if you were just gonna lie? And so that's what I'm saying. Like, they're all a group. Cedric, Steve, Ricky, they've been a group. Everybody knows that. They've been aligned. And there are these alliances in comedy. And if you stand against them, then they sometimes have a problem. But we don't let that change the content because that's all you know me for, is that I'm quite likely to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
Kid, I need another one. You here, get your number.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Come on.
Because early on you was accusing me of being...
Katt, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. Because I'm favored by God. Like, when I see people's wives and stuff, I don't even look at them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to look at nothing I don't want to have. Because I know how blessed I am. If I look at it, I got it.
Yeah.
That's how Diddy be feeling.
Now, come on, man. Come. So, you're not supposed to look at anything that you don't want.
Not me personally, just because God has given me literally everything I ever even pump faked like I want. And that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing, is I don't have a type of woman. Every woman that I ever had as a type, I ended up getting her. Now she's not the type anymore. Now I understand that every woman is a one of one. Like, you can't really have types.
Oprah has not directly addressed these specific allegations. In the past, when criticized, she has relied on her extensive body of work and testimonials from those she has helped to defend her character. Oprah's representatives emphasize her long-term commitment to philanthropy, education, and empowerment, highlighting the real impact of her initiatives. If the allegations made by Reeves and Williams gain traction, they could have significant consequences for Hollywood and the broader entertainment industry. Oprah's influence reaches many sectors, and a change in public perception could affect her partnerships, sponsorships, and the overall power dynamics in the industry. It could also encourage others to come forward with similar claims, potentially revealing deeper issues within the industry.
Most comedians don't get booed enough. I mean, this is how you end up with a Michael Blackson who's a real African doing a fake African accent. Okay, this guy is mad at me. All I did was give him the best advice of his life. Remember, he was wearing dirty dashikis. And I told him he needed to dress to be in the position that he's trying to say that he's in. And if you're the African king of comedy, sir, there's actually comedians in Africa doing comedy. If you're gonna say that, you gotta go to Africa and get a school, dude. Everybody you gotta put in some work. And these guys, they take my advice, they change their whole persona, and then they hate me for it. And generally, I'm just too big to comment or make a statement about it or do a live or any of that. But when it gets to be a whole grouping of these guys, I gotta come and talk to Shannon. I gotta lay it down at the altar.
You know every comedian.
This is the other side of Kirk Franklin praying. This is the reckoning. 2024. The reckoning.
You watch that. You know every comedian that's been on my show. You watched every episode. Cause
No,
you know.
That's not what you said. You said I know every comedian.
You know every comedian.
You're limiting me.
Oh, you watched every episode because you know things. You know things.
That's always where I'm trying to come from, whether it's comedic or otherwise. That's why even if you see me get arrested 10 times in a row on TV, as a fan of mine, you can be like, he finna be right out. Yeah, but they just said he didn't do it. He couldn't have. It's stupid. Why would he do something stupid knowing he got to come back and talk to us? Nah, they respect that every time it happens, I'm gonna be free as a bird sitting out here talking to you about it, that it really was what I said it was, that's all.
The allegations against Oprah can be seen in a broader historical context of celebrity influence in America. Celebrities have long had a strong impact on public opinion and political discussions. The power they hold can be used for both good and bad purposes. Oprah's scrutiny is not unique. Many public figures have had their legacies reassessed as societal values change and new information emerges.
The one comedian that we've been sitting here doing this interview that you hold in very high regard is Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle walked away from 50 million. You said it was more. Tell the story.
That's right.
I will let you tell it.
No, you're
No, I want you to tell it.
You really are the best. You're proving it here today. As much as I'm proving it, you proving it. You proving it. Yeah, that wasn't the thing. It wasn't. People say that. He lost $50 million. No, that's not even close to what happened to this dude. And until you understand what happened to the dude, you don't understand what happened. Like, no, not they offered him $50 million and he turned it down. Who gonna turn down $50 million? Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
Can I need another one? You here, get your number.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Come on.
Because early on you was accusing me of being...
Katt, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, but you know, some of these people...
Martin tried to put me in my first dress. When he had to go on his hiatus, he tell me, Katt, when I come back, I need you. You my young partner, you my brother in comedy. When I come back, just promise me that my next movie, it'll be me and you. We gonna do it together. We gonna do some buddy cop shit. I said, Martin, you got my motherfucking word, my nigga. Go do what you gotta do. When you come back, I'm in your movie. Don't trip. I don't need to see the script or nothing. You know, we get in that office and this fool pull out Big Mama's House 2. I almost died. And I gotta read this script from all these good white people. Where this nigga want me to get in a dress with him. And I'm literally saying to everybody, why is he in a dress again? You already played the old lady as an FBI agent. We can play anything now. We can be playing a dog catcher this time. Why do we need to be in a dress? And I get so mad, I say, you don't want me. You want Brandon T. Jackson. And that's who they went and got. Twice I said it, they went and got him. Just like I'm telling you, I had that other dude's work. I had all of it. All I did was say, I want to punch it up so it's not offensive to real niggas. And that's how I got in this position.
I sure hope I have a Club Shay Shay after this year.
It's gonna be in a dimension it's never been.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
The greatest thing floating in 2024.
I might be out of business.
Mark the words. No way. In a whole different realm of business. Oprah coming next. Once I establish this as a place of truth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Watch. God's people ain't that few.
Oprah's media empire, which includes television networks, production companies, and publishing ventures, has been a powerful tool for shaping narratives. Media empires have the ability to influence public perception on a large scale, and with that power comes the potential for abuse. The allegations made by Reeves and Williams emphasize the need for greater transparency and accountability in how media empires operate and the influence they exert. The cultural implications of these allegations are significant. Oprah has been a symbol of success, empowerment, and philanthropy, especially within the African American community. If these claims are proven true, they could profoundly change how our contributions are perceived and prompt a reevaluation of how power and influence are used by celebrities and media moguls. If concrete evidence supports the allegations made by Reeves and Williams, it could lead to serious legal consequences for Oprah and her associates. This might include investigations, lawsuits, and regulatory scrutiny. The legal ramifications would not only impact Oprah's personal and professional life, but could also set important precedents for how similar cases are handled in the future, raising ethical questions about celebrity influence and accountability. The issues surrounding these allegations are complex. On one hand, Oprah's contributions to society through her philanthropic efforts are undeniable. On the other hand, if her methods involve manipulation and exploitation, it raises questions about the moral foundations of her actions. This situation brings up the debate of whether the ends justify the means and what ethical standards public figures should be held to. Investigative journalism will play a crucial role in uncovering the truth behind these allegations. Journalists with the resources and determination to dig deeper can provide the public with the information needed to form informed opinions. Reliable and thorough reporting is essential to distinguish fact from fiction and ensure accountability for Reeves and Williams. The future may bring a mix of support and backlash. By coming forward with these allegations, they have positioned themselves as potential whistleblowers, which can be both empowering and isolating. Their careers could be affected by their choice to challenge such a powerful figure, but they may also gain respect from those who admire their courage to speak out. Social media has become a significant platform for public discourse, and the allegations against Oprah are no exception. Platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram have been buzzing with debates, discussions, and conspiracy theories. While social media democratizes conversation and allows various voices to be heard, it also means misinformation can spread quickly. It's important for users to critically evaluate the information they encounter and seek credible sources. Oprah's philanthropic efforts, which include initiatives in education, health, and empowerment, could be jeopardized if these allegations gain credibility. Donors, partners, and beneficiaries might distance themselves from her projects due to concerns about being associated with controversy. This could negatively impact the very communities her initiatives aim to support. While these allegations are serious, it's vital to uphold the principle of due process. Oprah, like anyone accused of wrongdoing, deserves a fair and impartial investigation. Jumping to conclusions without thorough examination can lead to unjust outcomes and further polarized public opinion. At the core of these allegations is the issue of power imbalance. Whether in Hollywood, media, or any other industry, those in positions of power have a responsibility to use their influence ethically. Addressing power imbalances requires systemic changes, including better protections for whistleblowers, more transparent decision-making processes, and stricter ethical guidelines. The roles of public figures like Oprah, Reeves, and Williams in society should be guided by these principles. The situation is complex. Celebrities like Keanu Reeves and Katt Williams are not just entertainers. They're also influencers and sometimes activists. Their actions and statements can have significant effects. This case highlights the complicated relationship between celebrity power and responsibility, emphasizing the need to hold public figures accountable. As this situation develops, it is important for everyone involved to focus on seeking truth and justice. This may involve tough conversations, legal battles, and public scrutiny, but it is necessary to maintain the integrity of individuals and institutions. The ultimate goal should be to ensure that power is used responsibly and that the voices of those who have been wronged are acknowledged and addressed. The allegations made by Reeves and Williams against Oprah Winfrey have sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry and beyond. These claims challenge the carefully constructed public image of one of the most influential figures in media. While the truth of these allegations is still unclear, they have sparked an important conversation about power, influence, and accountability. As the story unfolds, balancing the pursuit of truth with fairness and due process will be crucial to ensure justice for all parties involved. Fans of Keanu Reeves, Katt Williams, and Oprah Winfrey play a significant role in shaping public opinion regarding these allegations. Fans often hold their idols in high regard, sometimes leading to blind loyalty. This dynamic can help and hinder the search for truth. While strong support can highlight important issues, it can also create polarized opinions and a reluctance to accept uncomfortable truths. Social media platforms have become battlegrounds for public opinion. The allegations against Oprah have ignited intense debates on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and other sites. Hashtags, memes, and viral posts can amplify both support and criticism, often spreading information and misinformation at a rapid pace. In today's digital age, the court of public opinion can feel just as powerful as actual legal proceedings. Understanding the context of these allegations is very important. Oprah Winfrey's journey from a troubled childhood to becoming one of the most powerful women in media is well known and inspiring. Her philanthropic work, especially in education and women's empowerment, has had a positive impact. This background makes the allegations even more shocking, but it also complicates the story. When evaluating these claims, it's essential to look at the full scope of Oprah's career and contributions. In the midst of these allegations, the main focus should be on seeking the truth. This means not only investigating the specific claims made by Reeves and Williams, but also looking at the broader practices and power structures in the entertainment industry. An independent investigation by reputable media organizations or legal authorities is necessary to provide a clear and unbiased assessment of the facts.
Katt Williams, Black Tree. Take one up one.
There was a recent controversy online. I know you don't spend all your time online about Kevin Hart wearing a dress in the SNL skit. And Dave Chappelle spoke about that as a comedian. Black actors are always, being asked to wear dresses. Have you ran into that? And what do you think about that whole Illuminati theory that people put out there about that?
Well, thanks for that softball question. It's two answers. First of all, let's be very, very clear. It is possible that there isn't anything funnier than a guy in a dress. And if that's the case, then it might also be said that there's nothing funnier than a black guy in a dress. Okay, well, I watched all of my friends throughout my entire life be able to dunk a basketball, but not me. So everybody can't do everything. So, some of us make choices. I think it's not a biggest choice for others. I'm saying at the end of the day, Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress-wearing people before him. So now we had Big Mama's house 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
I've never seen Medea in a pantsuit. I think she wears dresses. So now I'm saying, why are we picking on poor little Kevin Hart? Because it was his turn next.
Some of us are against the Illuminati, and we are against the Illuminati at our own detriment. When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them, and nobody likes them. End quote.
We all love Dave Chappelle.
Exactly. Dave Chappelle has never been a part of the Illuminati. They don't want him or me or people like us. But now it's not necessary for us to stir up that hornet's nest unless we intend to get stung 1,000,000 times. I didn't understand that. They had to sting me 1,000,000 times. I'm still not going to join, but I respect it a little more.
All right. How do you handle that? Because they put your name in the press with a lot of rumors and a lot of situations that they try to put on Katt Williams. Do you feel ever the need to, like, I got to go defend this and put out a story about who I am, or do you just let that kind of like roll off your back?
Well, as you can see, I've let it all go for quite some time, and a lot of that is just based upon the fact that I don't really know how to complain because all of the people that I ever looked up to had to go through it too. So I know how much they talked about Martin Luther King, and I know what they end up doing to him. I know this same story about Jesus and a few of my uncles. So now I know that if your mouth is really, really big and you try to tell the truth for a living and you like to air people out, hatred is coming your way. I didn't know it was gonna be this type of hatred, but you know, I'm concrete in all things because of He who strengthens me. So that doesn't mean I always make the right decisions, but I am gonna stand by what I stand for, and I'm only continuing to do it because I was looking for somebody who was doing it instead of me, and I just must have missed them, you know what I mean? So at some point you have to figure out what example are you trying to be. If it's just gonna be you gonna make it and live happily ever after and go off into the sunset, then that's what that is. Otherwise, you're on the front line of this battle. And those of us who understand that this is a part of what comes with it.
Advocacy groups that focus on media ethics, whistleblower protections, and mental health could play a crucial role in this situation. These groups can support those making allegations, ensure their voices are heard, and push for changes that prevent future abuses. Their involvement can add credibility and structure to the larger conversation about power and accountability in the media. The complexity of this situation requires careful handling. It's important to take allegations of abuse and manipulation seriously, but it's also vital to avoid rushing to judgment without a thorough investigation. Finding this balance is difficult, but necessary to ensure justice and fairness for everyone involved, regardless of the outcome of these specific allegations. This situation gives the entertainment industry a chance to reflect and make changes. By addressing issues of power abuse, ensuring transparency, and fostering an ethical culture, the industry can emerge stronger and more resilient. This potential for change is essential for restoring public trust and supporting the well-being of individuals within the industry.
What do you think about Kanye rants? What's going on with Kanye? From a distance, obviously, I don't know how well you know Kanye. I don't know if you've been around Kanye, but from a distance, what do you suspect's going on?
I suspect that we're pretty awful people if we say that somebody got a mental illness and then we watch what they do.
As the story continues to develop,
if you say somebody got special needs, then why would you be watching them and holding them accountable?
Establishing industry-wide ethical guidelines, and providing more support
Wouldn't
for
you
vulnerable
grade them
individuals. The aim should be to create a safer and more equitable environment in the entertainment world. The courage shown by individuals like Keanu Reeves and Katt Williams in speaking out can spark the much-needed change. Their allegations against Oprah Winfrey highlight serious concerns about power and influence in the industry. While the truth of these claims is still being examined, the situation emphasizes the need for transparency, accountability, and ethical behavior. Moving forward, it is crucial for everyone involved, fans, industry professionals, media organizations, and advocacy groups, to collaborate for a fair and just resolution. Although this process may be difficult, it has the potential to lead to meaningful reforms and strengthen the integrity of the entertainment industry.